Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Concertothon 2021. For those of you who don't know, it's a competition where 4 of our senior players play a movement or 2 from a concerto, and it's adjudicated this evening by distinguished pianist Alex Suarez. I've done a digital program that hopefully some of you have seen, but I will introduce things as we're going along as well. Because of COVID and social distancing, we haven't got room for an audience, unfortunately, although we do have the families of the soloists up in the gallery, which is nice. So luckily we're able to live stream it to you at home, the audience, thanks to Mike and Claire from Parky TV, who are doing a really fantastic job with the live stream. So our first performer this evening is Felicity Howard, and she's going to be playing the first 2 movements of the Weber bassoon concerto. So we don't often get to hear the bassoon play solo, and I think maybe a lot of people don't realise what a really lovely instrument it can be. This concerto in particular really showcases the bassoon, the range and depth of everything that it can do. Felicity's been playing the bassoon since she was 9. She joined EYO when she was 13. She's in year 12, which means she's got another year in the orchestra to go with us. So please welcome to the stage to open our Concertothon 2021, Felicity Howard. Thank you to Felicity. Our next performer is Joan Curran. She's been in EYO for 5 years now. This is her last year before she goes off to university. Joan is actually our current leader, so it's really lovely that we get to hear her have this opportunity to play solo. The Romance for Violin and Orchestra is probably Svendsen's best-known work. It's become an absolute classic of the violin repertoire because it's such a beautiful piece. So to play it for us this evening, please welcome to the stage, Joan Curran. Thank you, Joan. Next up, we have Hannah, who's been playing French horn with us since she was 11, which I think makes her EYO's longest standing member. This is her last year with the orchestra. She's taking up a scholarship at the Royal College of Music in September. So we're delighted that Hannah's chosen to play the first two movements of Richard Strauss's Horn Concerto No. 1. This is one of the most performed and best loved of the horn concertos. So please welcome to the stage, Hannah Spry. Thank you, Hannah. And last but not least, we have Alex, who's going to be playing the second movement of the Dvorak cello concerto. We just have to do a few things to get ready for Alex. It's not quite as straightforward with the cello. So Alex is our principal cellist. This is his last year in the orchestra before he goes to university. And he's playing the second movement of this amazing work. It's one of the mightiest of the cello concertos, really popular repertoire. It's been performed by so many famous cellists. Alex is following in a very illustrious line. So if we're ready, no, not quite. Okay, so I'd like to welcome to play the second movement of the Dvorak cello concerto. Please welcome to the stage Alex Wu. Thank you, Alex. That was the last of our 4 soloists this evening. So I'd like to invite our adjudicator, Alex Suarez, to retire to deliberate. So I'm sure you've all enjoyed that very much. Our 4 soloists have all played magnificently. It's been wonderful. Concertothon is one of our favourite events, actually, of the whole year. So it normally takes place at the end of March. We're a little bit delayed this year because COVID's kind of messed with the schedule. And of course, last year, March 2020, we were literally about a week or 2 away from holding Concertothon. We went into lockdown, and in the end, it all got cancelled, and it was a huge disappointment. It was very sad. So we're particularly delighted to be back again this year. It is one of our favourite events, as I said. It's so brave of the soloists to put themselves out there like that, and it's really heartwarming the way the rest of the orchestra rally around and support them. It's really nice to see. What I particularly love about it, and what makes my job so rewarding, is players come to us when they're like 12, 13, 14, and they're normally quite shy and quiet. They sit at the back, they don't say much, they don't do much. And over the years, they grow up, and we watch them improve and develop musically and progress until they reach this incredible pinnacle of what they've been able to do this evening in this magnificent event. It's such an incredible journey. It's a real privilege to be part of it. We really love it. So whilst Alex Suarez is deliberating and coming to his decision, the orchestra are going to play for us Holst, The Perfect Fool. So please welcome back our musical director, Leon G. Okay, thank you. That's not actually that well-known a work, but it's got some great moments to it, so thank you very much to the orchestra. So whilst Alex is still deliberating. We're really lucky, actually, to have him as an adjudicator this evening. He has a really distinguished career as a concert pianist. He's won some prestigious piano competitions. He's performed in some top venues all around the world. And he's released a couple of critically acclaimed albums. So whilst we're waiting for him, I think what we'll do next is we're going to ask the four soloists to come up to the front and take a seat. Okay? Envy Alex having to make this decision this evening. All of our soloists have played magnificently, and they all deserve our sincere thanks and admiration. But the Concertothon trophy can only be given to one player. So here to tell us his thoughts and decision, please welcome back Alex Suarez.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And can I say, first of all, just what a real pleasure it is to be hearing live music after so long in the last 18 months. It's just so refreshing to hear such committed performances from both the soloists and the orchestra. And my huge congratulations to you all. And to the soloists, I know how much hard work you have all put in, so extra congratulations. I'd like to talk to each of you just a few comments, my thoughts as I was going along. And we'll start with Felicity. I know it's never easy to be first up, but you started with such a confident opening and a really fine, lovely singing tone. And you handled the runs very impressively. I was wondering, can you go for even more rhythmic precision with your finger work? I think would be something that would add into the mix. Weber is a very operatic composer, so I would have loved you to try and embody those characters just one step further, whether it's the kind of slightly pompous military style at the beginning or that very tender melody in the second movement. It's one of the great melodies written for bassoon, so I think you can have just more fun and more experiment and really go for the colours. But a very fine performance, so bravo. Next up was Joan. Hi. You started with a beautiful singing tone again and played with great confidence. I was wondering if you can think in even longer phrases and really try and transport us. It's such a gorgeous work. I think you need to really live. You kind of need a bow which is about 3 feet long. So really going for that. When the sound opened up, you really engaged, and I think you can find that deeper, richer sound throughout. It's an astonishing work, isn't it, where you, apart from the very opening, you're playing the whole way through, so it has to feel almost like it's in one breath, I think. There was some lovely variety and introspection in the dynamics and colour, and I think you can go even further with that. But it was a very committed and polished performance, so well done. And next up is Hannah. Bravo. A wonderful sense of phrasing in your playing, which really engages the audience. And I think you also connected very well with the character of the opening movement, and you grew in confidence, I think, as the work progressed. I know it's never easy, and it's such a difficult opening, that one. You have such a lovely tone, particularly the middle and low registers. I'm not a horn player by by any means, but the horn players that I have worked with, in that upper register, they've always mentioned thinking much more grounded. I wonder if that's something that might just feed into the mix. In the Andante, you really came into your own. Some real beauty, tenderness, and some lyricism emerged, and even some drama. And it was a most sensitive and committed performance. So, bravo. And that leads us finally to Alex. A very passionate opening, and you play with, again, a very wonderful tone and convincing phrasing, and some sense of drama, which you need for this piece, don't you? I wonder, again with the phrasing, if you can find even more intensity to the sound and really go all the way through the phrases and thinking of the passion that's behind the music. I'd love you to try for even more variety of colour and dynamics. There were some lovely things going on, but I think for all of the soloists, I think it's important to remember what we feel that we're doing right here travels maybe 2 meters, but then it's much less for the audience, so you really have to exaggerate everything that you do. Nevertheless, there was some moments of real eloquence in your playing and great command, and I really got the sense that you understood the work. So bravo. Which left me with a very difficult decision, and competitions are never easy, and I think at the end of the day you have to remember it is one person's opinion and 4 very fine performances. I think what I was looking for, aside from kind of showmanship and the technique and playing the right notes, is someone that really sought to connect with the emotional character of the music. And because of that, there was one performance that I felt stood out. And so, without further ado, I'm delighted to announce the winner, Hannah. And I'd be delighted to present the other finalists with their medals. So first up, should we have Felicity? Sorry, I've got too many things in my hand. Alex, brother.
Congratulations, Hannah, and congratulations to all of our finalists. And thank you very much to Alex. That was really beautifully done, some excellent feedback. Thank you very much for your time and efforts. And we'd just like to say a small thank you. So I'm sure you'll all agree it's been a magnificent evening. And I'd just like to thank everybody involved. From the facilities team at Twyford to Mike and Claire at Parky TV for the live stream, Mike and Sonia, who are our concert organisers, my deputy, Janie, all the parent volunteers who've helped. There was a magnificent barbecue at lunchtime, staffed by parents, so thank you to them. And to all the other parents who are helping out in different roles this evening. But I have to say a very special thank you to our amazing music director, Leon, because without him, none of this would be possible. He inspires the players, his vision, his commitment, enables players to play like they do and events like this to happen. So I think I speak for all of us when I say, thank you, Leon.
Thank you for that. I just want to pay tribute to everybody that's made this happen. This time last year, we had our Concertothon lined up. We had one rehearsal to go, and sadly, the lockdown situation came in, and that was that. A sad state of affairs. So I'm really, really happy that we have come back with Concertothon this year. Although it's been quite a sort of whirlwind ride, because we've only had a fraction of time together for Friday evenings to get our mojo together, and that's not a lot of time when you've got all these works we've done tonight, and also, you know, everyone's been just playing in a cupboard to themselves for, you know, 18 months. It's really a tribute to the massive amount of work these fine musicians have done over the last 4 weeks. We've come a hell of a long way. So big congratulations to the orchestra and our soloists and our winner. Fantastic. Just an interesting asides, really. One of the last things, the last performance I did before the lockdown in March, I think it was one day before lockdown, was a concert in Windsor Maidenhead, and Alex, our adjudicator, played an absolutely stunning Ravel piano concerto for me. So it's sort of, everything's come round full circle. So thank you, Alex. Thank you for tonight. Thank you for March. Great. We are going to. What is traditional in Concertothon is that we play out. We play out at the end of the concert with an excerpt from the winning concerto. So we're going to get ready for that. Thank you.
Please welcome back to the stage our Concertothon winner 2021, Hannah Spry.